I am Dr. Venugopal Reddy, Senior Consultant ENT Surgeon and Head of Department of ENT, Sunshine Hospitals, Secunderabad. Today's our topic is about snoring. Snoring is a very common problem, particularly in the middle and old age. So many people are wondering, the snoring is a disease or does it require treatment? We take it as a social problem mainly. See, snoring differs with the severity. The problem is when it is loud snoring, it is called pathological. Where snoring sound is mild, then we take it as a social problem, and with or without treatment, it can go on. Loud snoring is a disease. What is snoring? Actually, what is the reason behind snoring? So let us know about this one. See, when we are breathing air, it goes to the nose and throat. This is the passage of the air. When we breathe, it goes to the nose into the throat. That is called oropharynx, and then it goes to the lungs. So up to this part, this is called upper airway. If there is any narrowing of the airway, suppose it is at 10 millimeters, it becomes narrow because of some problem. Then the sound is produced while we are taking breath in. This is called snoring. So snoring indicates there is a airway passage narrowing. So mild problem, okay, you can ignore. But when the snoring is loud, that means the passage is becoming very narrow to breathe in. So this indicates there is some problem either in the nose or in the throat, and we have to treat this problem. Why we have to treat? We can take it as a social problem and leave it? No. Because loud snoring, not only a social problem, people will laugh at you or your partner, disturbance to the sleep. It becomes a pathological problem because it can lead to many complications on the circulatory system, respiratory problems and all these things. The loud snoring leads, next step is called sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea? The cessation of breathing, that is stoppage of breath more than 10 seconds is called apnea phase. So we stop breathing completely in that phase, that is it lasts more than 10 seconds, it is called sleep apnea. And it occurs more than 10 times in an hour, and it is a disease. This sleep apnea leads, loud snoring and sleep apnea together, this leads to other complications like lack of sleep, and your deep sleep is disturbed. You may sleep in the afternoons, that is called daytime somnolence. This happens while you are in a meeting or reading something, you fall asleep without your knowledge. And sometimes it is very dangerous where if you are driving a car or bike and you are falling asleep. This leads to fatal accidents, and it happened many times. There are other complications also of loud snoring and sleep apnea. This increases the load on the heart. See, breathing is a passive exercise. That means we don't make any effort. Without our being effort, breathing should go on like heartbeats and other things. And if you are taking breath against a narrow passage, you are making more effort. So if you are making a more effort, particularly during sleep also, this will reflect on the heart because heart has to work overtime. That means overload on the heart. This leads to other complications like irregular heartbeats, that is called arrhythmias, and enlargement of the heart, and also hypertension, pulmonary hypertension, that is blood pressure in the lungs also. So these are the dangerous complications of sleep apnea and loud snoring for a long time. Not only sleep disturbances, daytime somnolence, and when you get up in the morning, you don't feel fresh, there is a headache or feel heaviness in the head and you cannot concentrate on work. So many other psychological problems, depression, all these complications are there. So this is the reason we should not take it light. A loud snoring, sleep apnea, we should take it as a disease and we have to treat completely to avoid further complications. Otherwise it is dangerous to the heart and other systems in the body. So many people will ask, loud snoring, is there any medical treatment? See, the loud snoring is there because narrow passage either in the nose or in the throat. This narrow passage could be due to conditions in the nose like a deviated septum, nasal septum, or some growths like polyps or any tumors, or hypertrophy of the turbinate. The turbinate inside the nose, soft tissue, which is filtering the air, bacteria and other things. Because of the nasal allergy outside this pollution, air pollution, this will lead to hypertrophy of the tissue that will lead to narrow passage in the nose. And the narrow passage in the throat could be due to loss of muscle tone in the soft palate and called pillars. Around the tonsils there are anterior pillar and posterior pillar. The loss of muscle tone leads to flaccidity. It becomes collapse. While you are breathing in, particularly in the supine position, it will collapse and it will prevent air entry. So these are the conditions which are causing the loud snoring. So medical treatment will not improve this condition, because the rationale is we have to widen the narrow passage physically. It is a narrow passage, we have to make it wide. So medicines won't make much help in this condition. Obesity may cause this loud snoring. So these patients, after losing weight, if they improve, it is okay. But many patients in the middle age who are not obese, they suffer because of these conditions. And what are the available treatment for this condition? See, the treatment is mainly operational, that is surgical thing. Surgery is to widen the narrow passage. This is the aim of the surgery, is to widen the narrow passage so that the breathing is easier. There is no obstruction for the breathing in. So this is the aim of the surgery. So if it is obstruction in the nose, obstruction in the throat also, we have to do both. So if there is obstruction in the nose, like septal deviations, polyps, we correct it, septoplasty, polypectomy and turbinectomy. All these surgery is directed to make airway better, air passage more wider. And there is a definitive surgery is available for the throat problem. Throat, there is a collapse of the tissues. So how to prevent collapse? We operate, we remove the uvula, soft palate along with tonsils. This is called uvulopalatopharyngoplasty surgery. This is discovered in 1950s by Japanese surgeon, and this afterwards many modifications happened. The technique is different, and we are doing with some advanced techniques with this nowadays. Whatever, this surgery is called uvulopalatopharyngoplasty. This is required to widen the passage in the throat, that is called oropharynx. If we do the surgery, that is to be done under general anesthesia. Before that, we have to evaluate the patients. We do some test to evaluate the how much narrowing is there. That is called sleep study test. The sleep study test will indicate correctly how much time you are suffering with apnea, that is loss of cessation of breathing, how many times it is happening, and oxygen saturation, is it coming down. That sleep study test will indicate whether you have to go for a surgery or not. So this is the surgery available, and we are doing very advanced techniques now with radio frequency, laser and other things, but the basic principle is same. This is to increase the passage of the airway. And people will ask if it is totally curable. See, in these cases we achieve success of 90%. It is very good because of limitations in surgery. We cannot remove more tissue because that will lead to other complications, like whatever we take liquids, it will regurgitate through the nose, nasal regurgitation, which is not a curable thing. So we remove excess tissue, it will lead to complications. We remove less tissue, the snoring will persist. We have to make a balance between how much tissue we have to remove, sacrifice, to know correctly exactly how much improvement can be done. The success rate of this surgery is more than 90 to 95%, but we have to correctly evaluate this patient before operation. And people will ask, suppose patient is obese patient and he got a cardiac complications, heart problems, and other, if he is not fit for surgery, other available things available is BiPAP. This is called, we give oxygen particularly when he is sleeping in the night by a pressurized container, by a mask. So it will pump the oxygen regularly so that he will be oxygenated, increase his oxygen. This is called BiPAP machine. He has to purchase the machine, put oxygen cylinder and put the mask while sleeping in the night. This is intended for patients who are not operable or advanced age patients, that is above 75 years, or people who have got complications where is not fit for surgery. This thing is advised nowadays. But whatever the reason, this loud snoring and sleep apnea must be treated properly to avoid unnecessary complications and serious complications.